I'm James Swartz, managing attorney at Swartz & Swartz. So there are accidents involving all kinds of vehicles, of course, but accidents involving U.S. Postal Service trucks require special consideration, and there are certain requirements that have to be followed if you want to pursue a claim. Now, there are many similarities. So if you were involved with an accident involving a Postal Service truck, some of the same considerations apply in terms of the nature of the accident. So for example, debris falling off a truck, intersection accidents, perhaps a rear end accident, failure to use turn signals. All those same types of issues, of course, can arise when there's a Postal Service truck involved. Also, the nature of the claims tend to be the same. So what do I mean by that? When you're determining fault involving a Postal Service truck, there are a number of considerations which again tend to be similar to general auto accident cases. So fatigue driving may come into play, driving while intoxicated, also improperly loaded cargo. Those are just some of the issues that can arise, whether it's a Postal Service truck involved or a privately owned truck with private insurance. Now, where the differences come in, you have to look at the statutes involved. So unlike a state case where you're pursuing a claim in state court or even federal court involving state court claims, there's a specific law that applies when a Postal Service truck is involved. Why? Because you're suing the government as opposed to a private entity. Now, the act that applies is the Federal Tort Claims Act, or FTCA. Among the requirements in that legislation, you have to give notice of your claims within 2 years of the incident, a detailed notice. So you got to let the government know the nature of your claims specifically, and also specifically the types of injuries you've suffered. After a 6-month period, after you've heard back from the government, or perhaps there's been no response, then and only then can you file suit in court. So those requirements have to be followed in order to pursue those claims, in order to preserve your rights. So if you've been involved in an accident involving a Postal Service truck, contact us here at Swartz & Swartz. We can help.